Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to this morning's maths lesson. This is the last statistics lesson where we're going to be finding out how to calculate the mean, or the mean average as it's also known. Okay, so today we will apply our addition and division skills to calculate the mean average in a variety of contexts. You could find the mean by sharing equally or by using the following formula. Mean equals total of the numbers divided by the number of items. So you add and divide for the mean. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a little rhyme later on. Once you understand how to calculate the mean of a simple set of data, you'll investigate missing data when you've been given the mean, so you've got to work backwards. Okay, so how to find the mean? The mean is the average of the numbers. It is easy to calculate. You add up all the numbers and then divide by how many numbers there are to start with. In other words, it is the sum divided by the count, if you like. So example 1. What is the mean of these numbers? 6, 11 and 7. So the first step is you add all the numbers up. So 6, 11 and 7 added together it makes 24. And then you divide that total by how many numbers there were to start with. And there were 3 numbers, so you divide 24 by 3. And then you get the answer of 8. So the mean is 8. Okay, so why does that work? Okay, it's because 6, 11 and 7 added together is the same as 3 lots of 8. It's like you're flattening the numbers out, really. That's one way to look at it. Another example. Okay, look at all these numbers. So the sum of these numbers is 330. If I was adding all those numbers up in a question, I'd probably do it a couple of times to make sure I get to the same answer because there's quite a lot of numbers to deal with there. So there are 15 numbers in total, so we divide the total by the number of numbers there are. So 330 divided by 15 is 22. So the mean of the above numbers is 22, or the mean average of the above numbers is 22. Okay, so this is the rhyme I was telling you about. So you're not going to need any of the other words in red other than mean until you get to secondary school, but it's quite a nice one to learn now, and it will come in useful in the future. So, hey diddle diddle, the median in the middle, you add and divide for the mean, the mode is the one you see the most, and the range is the difference between. Okay, so median, mode and range are other maths words, vocabulary if you like, that are to do with statistics, which we will come up with. So, why don't you have a go at saying that rhyme twice over. Okay, pause the video now. Okay, hey diddle diddle, the median in the middle, you add and divide for the mean, the mode is the one you see the most, and the range is the difference between. Okay, so here is a method to find the mean. So in the table, the first column shows the number of glasses of juice drunk by 3 friends. Okay, 4, 3 and 2. The middle column is the total glasses that they drank altogether, and then the final column is the average or the mean. So if each friend drank the same number of glasses, okay, the mean number of glasses of juice drunk is 3. Okay, so use this method to calculate the mean average for the number of slices of pizza eaten by a child. Okay, have a go at this one. Pause the video now, please. Okay, hopefully you realised that all of those slices of pizza together made 12. So then you just needed to share that 12 between the 3 children, and they each got 4 slices of pizza each. Okay, next question. Calculate the mean number of crayons. Okay, so you want to orientate yourself with the information in the table and go about working out the mean. Have a go now, please. Okay, so hopefully you found out that the total of the set of data was 44. So to find the mean, we needed to divide 44 by the number of items, the number of crayons. There was 4 different colour crayons. So we do 44 divided by 4, which gave us a mean of 11. So then we could just check we've done that correctly. So we add our 11 back on the end of the table, and then we double check by adding them up and make sure they do make 44, which they do. Okay, writing on the table or writing information you know is always going to be a good method to solve problems, but it's actually going to be helpful today as well. Okay, so Hassan is the top batsman for the cricket team. His score, his scores over the year are 134 runs, 60 runs, 17 runs, 63 runs, 38, 84 and 11 runs. So calculate the mean number of runs Hassan scored. Okay, so the first thing you have to do, actually, have a go yourself. I'll pause the video and I'll go through it in a moment. Okay, pause the video now, please. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is find the total of our set of data. So how many runs did he score over the year in total? Well, adding them together, you see that he scored 407 total runs. Now, we need to now calculate the mean number of runs. So we're going to divide the total of the data by how many there were. And there were 7 runs there. So we divide 407 by 7. I did it on a calculator, but you could have done it in a bus stop method. I don't know how far, you might have just got 58 remained or something. Because I did it on the calculator, I got quite a lot of decimal places in my answer. So we need to use this information. So if you got 58 and a remainder, you need to look at the question. So calculate the mean number of runs. Well, it'd be 58 runs rounded to the nearest number of runs. I did that by looking at my 10th column. I only had a 1 in the 10th column, so that's going to tell me I'm going to round down. Okay, so 58 runs. Okay, right, next question. Have a little read of this one yourself. Have a go and pause the video now, please. Okay, so the mean number of goals scored in 6 football matches was 4. Use this information to calculate how many goals were scored in the 6th match. Okay, so we know that the mean was 4. So what we're going to do is write that information onto the table at the end. So if we knew that the mean was 4, then we can work out what the total was. So 6, 4, we can see it was 4, so 6 4s are 24. So then we can see that the number of goals need to equal 24. So what's the missing one? So if we just add up what we've got there already, we should find that we've got 21. So the missing amount is going to have to be 3 to make our total equal 24. Well done if you got that one right. Okay, different kind of question this time, slightly different. So have a little read of this and have a go now, please. Pause the video. Right, so 3 football teams each played 10 matches over a season. The mean number of goals scored by each team was 2. So if the mean was 2 over 10 matches, then the total the total of goals was going to be 20. So there was 20 goals in total. How many goals might the teams have scored in each match? How many solutions can you find? So basically, you know that there was 10 matches, so you need to find 10 ways to write numbers that equal 20. Okay, so it might have been as simple as 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, or you might have mixed it up like the one at the bottom, so you included some zeros. So there's lots of different possibilities. Well done if you found more than 2. Okay, and then last question this morning. Again, a different kind of question. You might need to use your thinking skills here today. And how I would work this question out, I'd have to do some drawing. I'd have to draw a little number line, have a real think about it. Think about what mean means. Okay, so have a little read of it yourself. Have a go and pause the video now, please. Right, okay, so work out the age of each member of the family. If Mum is 48 years old, Teddy is 4 years older than Jack and 7 years older than Alex. Okay, now we've got the means of the pairs of people. So, first thing I know that Mum is 48. So I'll write that down. And it says that the mean age of Mum and Dad is 50. So if Mum is 48, then she's 2 less than 50. So in order to make the mean 50, the total has to be 100 because it's 2 lots of 50. So what do I add to 48 to make 100? Well, I add 52. So Dad must be 52. Okay, there's probably more than one way to work this next bit out, but this is how I did it. So then we'll look at the next bit of the question. So Teddy is 4 years older than Jack. Okay, so if we look at the Teddy and Jack bit here, they have a mean age of 13. So Teddy is 4 years older than Jack. So I'm thinking on a number line, I've got the number 13 is my mean, and one of the boys is 4 years older than the other boy. So we need to have 4 years spanning the mean of 13. So we could have 2 years, if we went 2 years before 13, we would get to 11, and 2 years above 13 would be 15, and then the difference is 4 years between them, but the mean is still 13. So Teddy could be 15 and Jack could be 11, because remember, it has to be that way around because Teddy is 4 years older than Jack. Okay, now the next bit of information from the question is that Teddy is 7 years older than Alex. So if Teddy is 15, then Alex must be 8. Now we know that the mean age of Alex and Eva is 6. So there's 2 of them, so the total must be 12. So what do we have to add to 8 to make 12? We add 4. Okay, so well done if you got all of those right. Okay, well done. So this is the last statistics lesson, and you've just got some questions in your learning document, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you on Monday. Bye, Year 6.